Okay. Sorry, Chad. I'll get right to you in just a second. I think I was getting curry's a bit strong in the morning, yeah. What kitsune soba? And then we'll get some ice cream later. We can eat a protein bar too, maybe. Oh no. Sometimes if your money gets wet with sweat, it won't take. Okay, nice, thank gosh. Wait, Chad, I'm looking at the phone right now. This is where we're eating today for breakfast. We'll sit over here. Number one. Number one at the store, number one in your hearts. I'll catch up in just a second. Sorry, chat. Having to unpack everything, get some water. And also, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. I will gladly answer any question I can. How do I want to do that? Okay, I just dropped something. Oh, that's a protein bar I dropped. Okay. Okay. Push these up in here. Okay. Welcome everybody. Let's get caught up. Bird Magic, thanks for the follow. Where's my mic? Mic's here. So Tank Mo, thanks for coming in. Whatever, thanks for coming in. So it's the issue, yeah, it's the owner, but still, I mean, the only way to get people to change those types of rules is to talk about it. Yeah, we're accustomed to bad behaviors, but their culture is based on politeness and respect of. Sure. Ice cream bad for me? Yeah, I don't care. Here for a good time, not a long time, you know? I see. French are the same way, especially next generation. Theoretical. You gotta be where it has phuc sweat. Yeah, I can get some phuc sweat later. French don't have it imbued. How are the ultras? Ultras are fine. The problem is these ultras are not waterproof at all. They're super comfortable, but they're not these are not waterproof. So today Smelly, sweaty feet. I'm almost on the I'm on the verge of banning you already. A visit would be super expensive. Japan's not super expensive. Getting here is super expensive. Come on, spend some moolah. I also think more of the problem in Spain is over tourism, not immigration. That's what's happening here is over tourism. But this guy, even like during COVID, this hotel was still anti-foreigner. So, look 10 years younger? No, look the same. Hey Rain, what's up? Africa, we've been especially keen on over tourism since it's one of our main industries. Islands and beaches are packed with tourists and we're happy about it. Like the party is Airbnb and third parties, and yep. I don't feel like it should be possible to rent an Airbnb for 5 people right above an 83-year-old grandma. Well, it gets complicated. That's something that's happening over here too, though. Do you think the country hosting the Olympics would change this type of behavior? It's hard. It's hard changing things like that. Job change, kind of stressed, but hanging in there. Well, it's got a. I hope it goes well. Yes. Kitsune soba. I will show everyone the goods in just a second. Yeah. Renting situation a lot? Yeah, it's luckily it's somewhat not so bad in Japan. The Airbnb situation is still kind of wild, but not like it is in other places. So we got some kitsune soba. Lots of negi. This should be good. This should be a good kind of first meal. I did not take a sabbatical. I work almost every day. So today's Thursday. I have work starting at 7:30 tonight, and I'll work until midnight tonight. I'm still working almost full time. I work about 33 to 35 hours a week. End of the month, closer to 40. Because I have to send invoices and prepare for the next month. But no, I'm still working practically full time. Because again, streaming does not pay the bills. I make a few bucks here and there. People donate, very kind. I have some subscriptions. Ad revenue's growing, but I'm not a full time streamer. I mean, I put in full time hours, but I'm not it's not my job. No. I work 6 a.m. to 9:30, 10 a.m. most days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. And then Saturday I work 7 to 9 a.m. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights I work 7:30 to 11:30. However, Thursdays I work until midnight. Because I don't have... Does the stream revenue cover the cost of trips? Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. 90 happy 100 days. Thank you. Thank you. Not even close. But that's, again, too, whenever I started, I talked to Dave about this a lot. Dave and I are pretty good friends, and he asked me about my plans going forward, if I want to be a full-time content creator, and is that the road that I want to go down? Is that, the path I want to do? And I said, I don't know. I said, I want to do these things, and if people like it and there's a base for it, then sure, I'll continue to try to grow. But I'm realistic in that a lot of those things either take a lot of time, or a lot of money, or a lot of networking. So, what work do? I am an English coach. I do. Most of my clients already have a pretty solid grasp of English, and I help them brush up presentations. I help them prepare for interviews, give interviews, receive interviews. A lot of my clients recently are like 22 to 24-year-old dudes who are trying to get into an international MBA program. Soba. Oh, here. Citron. Since you're here. Show it again. Kitsune soba. I'm not going to take the whole camera off this time. I'm just going to kind of lean over and show you. Kuho. Thanks for the follow. Thank you for saying it's really entertaining. No, the reality is I, and back in America, I worked backstage for years. Like, I know YouTube or Twitch or whatever, it's entertainment business. So I know kind of how that works, and I'm not so naive to think. Like, last year I walked Tokyo to Kyoto, and I grew a lot due to Dave. But I grew a lot too, both as a creator and as a human. But I've worked in business too long to know that, like, just because you do cool things doesn't mean that you're going to get an audience. Looks like toast inside of a soup. I believe it's a tofu. It's a kind of a firm tofu. Or not so firm now. It's kind of soggy. Unara looks like on an ukiyo-e. Could be. I work with clients. Most of my clients are doctors, lawyers, consultants, tax accountants. I've taught, like, before this job, I taught for the Ministry of Finance, like Japanese Ministry of Finance. I taught group lessons there 5 mornings a week. Yeah, I mean, now I prefer to do the one-on-one stuff because I can have a more direct impact. My job is flexible enough. I've spent 6-7 years to develop this schedule. Getting a dedicated audience is really hard with so many choices out there. Yeah. And especially when some people, like, because collabing is a weird thing too, because not everyone gets, like, some people collab just to collab, like, oh, collab with everybody, but it's like, I don't want to do that. I want to collab with people I like to collab with. I want to collab. So that's also a problem, because that's probably losing me some level of networking, but that's okay. I'm based in Tokyo. I'm based in Tokyo. I've been in Tokyo for 8 years and 4 months. 8 years, 4 months, and a week. Do you like it in Tokyo? It's such a big city. I do. I grew up in western Oklahoma, and it's very much a little bit of spice to it. Also, if you want to collab with people you like, you will need to spend a lot of Twitch time on their channels. See, that's a problem. Like, even like there's a guy I want to collab with, and he, he's had a very big in the past year or two, he's gone from smaller than me to 1,000+ viewer. I guess probably about a year and a half, and so a lot of he's fabulous. But I'm like a 12-month sub, and he wouldn't know who I am. So you're good at noodle surfing? These are soba noodles. Soba noodles are made with buckwheat, so they're a little bit softer, and they also tear easily. So I can slurp up udon or ramen or the other ones, but soba is very soft, and so I always feel the need to. I just want to bite it and finish it. Jeff the Man 400, thanks for coming in. Yeah, no, I mean, like, Dave, I watch his streams as I can, but I'm also working a lot. But I mean, I go bother Dave. It's exactly 11 kilometers from my home to the shop, and so I can walk there in about an hour and 45, hour and 50 minutes. I've done it like several times. Because when I'm in Tokyo streaming, I usually have two routes. I either go the eastern route up toward Akihabara and Asakusa, or I go the western route and I go to Shinjuku, over to Nakano, over to like Koenji or something. So. But I have other walks planned too, even after this. So November will be kind of a slow month, but going at night. I work in the morning and at night. I do both. Exta, thank you very much for the 500 biddies. Dave is very cool. Dave is I'm incredibly fortunate that I lucked into bugging him enough to become his friend. Listen to you, even if it's too little. No. 500 is massive. Massive support. Oh, I guess I should probably plug this. I do have a conversation with Dave and I on my YouTube, and a conversation with Therapy Gecko. Please go, if you have a YouTube, please go consider following or subscribing or whatever it's called. And then I post daily-ish updates on Instagram. Daily recaps. We're a little bit behind on the daily recaps. YouTube's going to have more edited shot with a different camera. It's not going to be stream highlights. Some parts of it might be, but overall it's going to be me looking at the camera, talking about the trip, how to do it, what I've done, what I recommend people do, type of thing. Thank you for the 500 bits so much. Thank you. Yeah, I work in the mornings and at nights. I'm here because I'm glad to find it. Thank you, Franchise Time Machine. Like I said, no, I'm incredibly lucky that Dave and I have become friends. For those of you that don't know, the reason I'm doing this walk is actually because of I was watching Dave's stream last year, and someone casually mentioned the book The Roads to Sata by Alan Booth, and I didn't think much of it, and then I thought, well, it's a book, let me check it out, let me Google it, or let me Amazon it, whatever, and it was $10 or whatever, and I said, okay, well, let me, someone in his chat recommended it, they said it was great, and so let me check it out, let me read it. And so I start reading it, and I don't really care too much for it in the beginning, because I go, well, yeah, of course, like, this happens, I've experienced that. It wasn't new, I didn't care if it was the wrong word. It wasn't groundbreaking for me. I have lived here, and I've experienced a lot of these things, so I thought, okay, well, what's the point? And then about halfway through, he goes, I'm 30 years old, I've been here for 8 years, like, I'm doing this journey, like, what's the point? What's the point of all this? And I hope at the end of this something happens. And I go, wait a second, I'm 30 years old, I've been here for 7 years. What is the point? And so, initially, the idea of walking across Japan is too big. I mean, he took 4 months sabbatical to do it. I can't do that. I'm not rich enough to, I mean, I could maybe do it, but to quit my job and then come back, I would be starting at zero again. So, What a coincidence, yeah. I was pointing at me waking up every morning. I think about that going to bed. Well, the cool thing is you get to decide that every day. It doesn't have to be the same reason every day. Asher's 180, thanks for the follow. Sedokan, thanks for the follow. So it was quite a, like, whoa, I'm the same-ish situation, and, you know, I've had a lot of similar experiences. But, again, I thought, I can't do that. I don't make enough money to quit my job. I don't make enough money from streaming to do it. And, it's just not possible. Well, and then I was doing numbers, and you know, I save money every month. I pay my bills, pay my taxes, pay my insurance, buy food and stuff, and then I have left over. And so I started doing the math, and I was like, well, that leftover is, you know, I budget pretty well, and so at that amount, if I take that amount and just apply it towards travel, only travel, 4 or 5 months, see what I can do. Is it possible? Well, then the bigger question was, can my body handle it? Hold on, give me a second. Let me answer some questions and I'll get back to yapping. 100, thank you, Ziggy. You encourage your English learners to watch your stream. Some of them. Some of them don't understand it. Like, or they don't understand the concept of... They don't understand the concept of live streaming, and then they don't understand the concept of walking. Like, they don't... Like, when I tell them, they're like, why? Like, why don't you just take the train? And I go, well, that's not the point. The point is walking it. So after I started crunching numbers, I said, okay, even if Twitch gives me zero money and YouTube, I'm not monetized, and, you know, I don't make any donations or anything, can I do this by myself? Is this something... Because I want to do this. I've wanted to do this for a year plus. And so I had to run the numbers, because it's like, okay, can I afford this, you know, without depleting my savings completely and, coming back to Tokyo with no money, even if Twitch or whatever doesn't because I cannot guarantee, like, Twitch is not guaranteed, and YouTube is, like I said, my YouTube's not even close to being monetized, and so I need to budget on things that I have control of. And so that was decided, okay, that's possible. But the second thing was the body. I'm a bigger guy, and have been a bigger guy since, even before COVID, but after COVID I ballooned up. And so last summer I was walking around Tokyo a lot, and then I thought, well, okay, let's do a test. Like, what's a good test? What's a good route? And then, Dave, I watch Dave's streams all the time, and he's always showing Hiroshige prints of the post stations of the Tokaido. And I thought that would be a cool trip. That would be a really cool trip, because Tokyo to Kyoto, it's 500-ish kilometers. Every day I walk 10, 15 kilometers. Well, let's see if I can do 20. 20 kilometers a day, 25 days. That's 500. I'm there, And so last November I walked Tokyo to Kyoto, pushed too hard, and got injured, but I finished it. I did have to there was one day I couldn't walk. I took a bus for about 5 kilometers one day, and I took a train about 6 kilometers the next day, toward the end. But I walked, 95% of it, and I realized, okay, I can do this. Like, I need to be smarter about it. I can't get injured, but if I'm smart about it, control the days, listen to my body, take a rest day. I didn't take any rest days on the Tokaido. And I really kind of plan it a little bit better, then I can probably, if I can do it for 25 days, I can do it for 125 days. I can do it for 200 days. So, Ziggy, thank you very, very much for the $10 for ice cream. We're going to get some ice cream here in a second. Still wondering about that lady gift. Oh, another one get that. Quincy Jefferson, thanks for the follow. It's happened a lot. Like I said, yesterday I got a full burger. Have you considered the Shikoku pilgrimage? No, I haven't. I mean, I know about the pilgrimage, but I'm not interested in going to where a lot of other people are. I'm interested in going to places where people really aren't. And for the pilgrimage, a lot of that area, a lot of the temples wouldn't be able to stream. Also, I don't like streaming in temples anyway. Thank you. It's tourist season now, isn't it? Summertime's not too bad. Spring season is usually the worst. Spring and fall. But some of my viewers have actually stream sniped me. One day when I first, yeah. To represent helping. Sorry. Long ago, I tried to learn Japanese, but everywhere I saw was broken English. For example, the orange, instead of daidairo, they say orange, or door, they say tobira. Now they say doa. The Japanese language borrowing more and more English words. Yes and no. The interesting thing about that is a lot of that stuff is in Tokyo, like Tokyo and Osaka. There's tons of katakana, but like out here, you'll see the kanji for tobira, like the door. Snipers, yeah. One of my first stream snipers was my bigwig lawyer student. I was walking the Yamanote line in Tokyo. So the Yamanote line's like 40 kilometers, 40 kilometers. And I was walking it. I started in Ebisu and I was walking. And he works in Tokyo Station, near Tokyo Station. And he came and he gave me like a Pocari Sweat and like 3 Snickers bars. So he was probably my first stream sniper. I've had a few others, but kilometer noodle, it sure feels like, oh, I forgot to get water. I was like, dude, why am I so thirsty? I forgot to get water. I'm just slurping up noodle juice. Random lady helping a random stranger. 100%. Twitch is not common out here, and especially for her age group, not at all. Like I said, I've been walking for an hour and a half. Probably what happened is she saw me toward the beginning of the walk, and then she saw me again, looped back to that 7-Eleven that we just got some stuff not too long ago, and then go from there. Twitch is not popular over here. Like even in Tokyo, if you say Twitch, like a lot of people, maybe some younger people might know, but